class. Welcome to another lesson. Our learning goal is when given an initial and final quantity, I can find the percent change. Please write this down at the top of your notes. Make sure you have a calculator with you because today we will be using a calculator pretty extensively. Make sure you have that with you. Let's get started. The formula for percent change is initial quantity plus initial quantity times percent change equals final quantity. Okay. Initial quantity plus initial quantity times percent change is equal to final quantity, and we'll talk about what that means in a moment. The Dow Jones, which is the stock market, started the day at 14,592. It finished the day at 15,011. What was the percent change on the day? Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a percent. Now, a percent change of 100% means that you doubled the amount from the initial to the final. Here, this is nowhere close to being doubled, right? It's a comparatively a very small change, so we're going to expect a small percent. The initial value is what started off at the day, which is 14,592. The final is 15,011, which is what they ended the day with. So, to answer this, we have to use our formula that was on the last page. Our initial value, which is 14,592, plus our initial value, 14,592, times our percent change. We don't know what the percent change is. That's what we're being asked for. So we're going to make that x should equal 15,011. Now we have our equation. We're going to draw our line down the middle and try to solve for it. We're going to subtract 14,592 in order to isolate the term. So isolate that by itself on one side. When we do that, this is where the calculator comes in. We get 15,011 minus 14,592. We get 14,592x equals 419. From there, we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient, which is 14,592. $14,592. We find that x equals 0.0287 and a few more decimals after that. Now, our percent change is not 0.0287. That is the decimal form of our percent, okay? Which means that we need to multiply that by 100, moving our decimal place over twice. Once we find x, we have to move our decimal place over twice. We get 2.87%. It says round it to the tenth place, so we get 2.9% as the increase in this Dow Jones stock market. Okay. So the most important thing is to remember that formula and to set it up like this. So let's try the next one. Mary's bill was $19.25. After she paid tip, she paid $23.25. What percent did she tip? Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a percent. Again, an increase of 100% is doubling the initial amount. This is nowhere close to being doubling. This is only a $4 increase. So, we should expect something much smaller than 100%. So, our initial value is 19.25, so 19.25 plus 19.25. We don't know what the percent change is, so we're going to write x should equal 23.25. Draw our line down the middle. We're going to subtract to isolate this term right here. Minus 19.25 minus 19.25. Again, the change is $4. We got 19.25x. We're going to divide both sides by the coefficient, which is 19.25. x equals, use your calculators, 4 divided by 19.25 is 0.20779. Again, this is not our percent change quite yet because this is the decimal form of it. Percent means over 100, which means that we need to multiply this by 100, moving the decimal place over twice. We get 20.779%. So that's round to the nearest tenth of percent, so that means we get 20.8% as our final answer. The next one we're going to do is this one right here. A car that retailed for $15,000 was sold for $14,230 after negotiations. What was the percent change that the buyer was able to negotiate? Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a percent again. So our initial value is 15,000. Our final value is this one right here. Notice how this one is going down. So we should expect a negative number, but this already implies that it's going down anyways. So we don't need to put the negative in front of it. Okay? Because it already implies that the price is going downwards. When it's already implied, remember when we did absolute values, if the question implies downward movement, we don't need to include the negative value. So we have 15,000 plus 15,000 x, which is our percent change, equals 14,230. Notice how this is the initial value, this is the final value. That means that this has to represent the change between the initial and the final value. We're going to subtract 15,000 from both sides. We get 14,230 minus 15,000. We get negative 770. We get 15,000 x on this side. Now we're going to divide by the coefficient. Divide by 15,000. We get x equals negative 0.0513. Again, this is not the percent change. This is the decimal form of the percent change. So we're going to have to convert that over to percent by moving this over twice, multiplying by 100. We get 5.13 or negative 5.13. But again, we don't need that negative because it's already implied to be negative in the question. It says round to the nearest tenth, so our answer is 5.1%. That's the change, the negotiation down. The price of gas in 1995 was 95 cents per gallon. Today is $2.40 per gallon. What was the percent change for the price of gas from 1995 to now? Notice how here 95 cents is and the final value $2.47. This is a greater than doubling the amount, right? This is close to $1 and doubling a dollar is $2, which doesn't even quite get us here. So we're going to expect a number that is greater than 100%. So we can use some of our estimation skills here. Go ahead and try this one on your own. So our initial value is 0.95 because it's 95 cents plus 0.95x equals $2.47. We're going to subtract both sides by 95 cents or 0.95. We get 0.95x equals 2.52. And then we're going to divide both sides by 0.95. Excuse me, this is 1.52. 1.52. And then divided by 0.95. We find our answer to be 1.6, x equals 1.6. So again, this is not our percent. This is not our final answer. Our final answer is going to be this times 100 in order to make it into a percentage. So we're going to move this decimal place twice over, fill in with 0. Our answer is 160. Nope. That's wrong. It's 160%. Okay.